Hello, internet. Today we're bullying people on the internet. There's this tweet. It's not really popular, but I just saw it on my timeline and I just like skimmed through it and it's like really fucking stupid and I don't have any other content ideas. A non-exhaustive guide to ableist language to avoid. Happy Disability Pride Month. Okay, first of all, what the fuck is a Disability Pride Month? Because I have no idea if that's a real thing. Oh yeah, Disability Pride Month. Holy shit, it's a real thing. What the fuck? Basically, the meaning of ableist is discrimination in favor of able-bodied people, or just discrimination of disabled people. Social prejudice against people who are disabled and or people who are perceived to be disabled. So basically, if you're ableist, that means you hate disabled people and you bully them. Listen carefully because this is the only time I'm gonna say this. Making fun of disabled people is wrong. But basically this post is talking about ableist language. Basically some words or some phrases that this word is like real fucking stupid. Words that ableist people use to make fun of disabled people. Most of these phrases don't really insult the disabled people. They're just phrases that are commonly used. Yes, these phrases can be offensive at times, and they tend to mean something offensive, of course. But they're not trying to offend or just make fun of disabled people. They're just basic insults. And of course some of these insults are like bad or something, I don't know, like real edgy, but it has nothing to do with the topic of discrimination against disabled people. So of course anyone who has common sense could just like go through this thread and realize that it's all fucking bullshit. But instead I decided I'm gonna go through this thread one by one and just I'm gonna try to be as respectful as possible and make some really basic argument against like this thing that any stupid person could understand. And I think stupid also is like fucking discrimination against disabled people. I have to make fun of this person. Okay, so this is a he, so this is a man, right? Yeah. He. Last time I heard you can like identify as a man, as a woman, and as non-binary, so like somewhere between. So either he, him, she, her, or they, them. You can also identify as an airplane. So if you're identifying as non-binary, but also as a man, like is it just me or does this not make sense? Like which? Okay, wait, digital artist, pagan, which is almost exclusively applied to women. Okay, basically this person is fucking stupid. I think you got my point. This person doesn't make sense. Anyway, the first tweet is the R word, the retarded. Starting off easily, hopefully. This exclusionary slur has been used to imply the lack of intelligence is a lack of humanity. Say it with me. Intelligence is not a basic for respect. There are those who reclaim the slur, but it's best not to use it against anyone. Okay, so it's saying that if you use the word retarded against someone, then you're implying that they don't have humanity or something. Once again, common sense, but I don't like, of course, the word retarded means less advanced in mental, physical, or social development and is usual for one's age. So you can use the word retarded in the intended way. So when someone is like actually disabled. The more common use for the word retarded is when someone is just acting stupid and just doesn't make sense, and you just call them retarded as an insult. And of course that's like really edgy and offensive because you're using the word that's meant to imply a disability against someone who is simply acting dumb. So yes, that is offensive, but I don't know how this like offends disabled people. Like if you imply that someone who isn't disabled, if you imply that they're disabled, how does this offend disabled people? It either doesn't or you just want to be offended. You're just like making up some sort of a meaning for the word that was used like thousands of years ago, or not thousands, but like a long time ago, and you're just like deciding to get offended by it. That's fucking stupid. Hello, this is Editor Me, and I realized that my example about the term retarded not being offensive wasn't clear enough, so I decided that I'll show you a better example that has nothing to do with disability. Okay, so let's say this is Timmy. Say hi to Timmy. He has average intelligence, okay? I hope you understand what average intelligence means. and this is Bob. This is Bob. He's pretty smart. You can tell he's smart because he has glasses. So in this example, let's say if I called Timmy smart, even though he isn't smart, would that be offensive to all smart people? Would it? And also, if I say that Bob has average intelligence, would that be offensive to all the people with average intelligence? Because I mean, Bob doesn't have average intelligence. And if I say that he has average intelligence, that would be incorrect and therefore offensive. This is a shitty example. Fuck. Okay, next. Say it with me. Intelligence is not a basis for respect. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like if someone is intelligent, if someone like knows a lot of stuff and they can just like use their intelligence to do something better for the world, then I'm more likely to respect them, and that's normal. If someone is disabled, that doesn't mean I don't respect them as well. They could be respectable in their own ways. Like determining how much you respect someone doesn't depend solely on intelligence. Like there are so much factors that you depend on when you're judging how much you respect someone. But yes, it is. Like you saying that intelligence is not a basic for respect is like you saying I'm fucking stupid, but please respect me, and that doesn't make sense. It's really it's cringe. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to use the word cringe, but I think I'm failing it. Basically, you're just like making up shit here, and it doesn't make sense. Okay, thank you. Next, smooth brain. Lysigs, whatever this is a genetic brain disorder in which someone lacks faults in their cerebral context. But people use this phrase as an insult to imply a lack of intelligence. Say it with me. Intelligence is not a basis for respect. Okay, so basically, smooth brain, like the actual physical disability for having a smooth brain, the brains don't fall properly and remain smooth. This condition can affect a baby's neural function, and symptoms can be severe. Okay, so affects neural function, etc. So basically, you have a disability in your brain, and you tend to be more stupid. I guess one can assume that if you have neural problems, then you're gonna act stupid. Okay, the disability of having a smooth brain is being more stupid, something like that. So if someone is acting stupid and you're implying that they have a disability that makes them act stupid, you're not saying that they have a disability, you're just saying that they're acting as if they had the disability. So of course it's an insult to that person, but how is it offensive to disabled people? Say it with me once again. Intelligence is not a basis for respect. And once again, like, yes, it is. More intelligent people tend to have more respect. Like, they have to give you examples. Like, oh, let's look at Bill Gates. Have you ever heard of Bill Gates? Like, I think he's pretty smart, you know, and I think a lot of people respect him. And you know why people respect him? Because he's fucking smart, and he like did things that like he made Windows or some shit. And you know why he made Windows? Because he's fucking smart. Touch grass. This phrase is used to imply someone has lost touch with reality and just needs to go outside. This is ableist because I think the phrase is, this is ableist because, like, it's so fucking hilarious. Like you know some stupid shit is gonna come after it. Okay, this is ableist because there are many people who physically cannot go outside. There are people who have lost touch with reality, but this doesn't mean they don't deserve respect. What the fuck? Why are you talking about deserving respect? like if I tell someone to go outside, does that indicate my respect towards them or something? Like, I don't fucking get it. I love how you're just like making up like that has lost touch with reality. I don't think people have said that. Touch grass means hey, you're using the internet too much, please go outside or something. And now you're like making up this phrase lost touch with reality and just like talking about lost touch with reality, and that doesn't mean they don't deserve respect. So basically this whole argument is saying that if you tell someone to go outside, right, then it's offensive to disabled people because there are disabled people who cannot go outside. Like I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think you can understand like getting offended by literally like the smallest things, that's fucking stupid. When I tell someone to touch some fucking grass, I'm not trying to offend disabled people, I'm just telling them to go outside. But I'm gonna assume that this person can go outside. And when you see someone who is acting really stupid on the internet, it like the chances are very high that they can go outside. And I'm not saying that there are not people who cannot go outside, but I'm pretty sure anyone can go outside. Like, are you a fucking vampire or something? Okay, agoraphobia. People with agoraphobia sometimes fear waiting outside for long periods of times. That's all I found. People who cannot go outside, and just a fear of being outside for a long time. Like, who cannot go outside? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I'm fucking. Okay, insane crazy. Aside from being a blaze insult against those who have mental illness, this is used to imply something unbelievable. This connotation is incredibly harmful. Instead of saying an experience was crazy, try using the word wild. Okay. So let's look at the definition of crazy or insane. Okay. Mad, especially as manifested in wild or aggressive behavior. Okay, so that's like the mental illness definition. And extremely enthusiastic. Okay, insane definition. In a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction. Seriously mentally ill. Seriously, I love how they said seriously. Like, you know, it's some real shit. Okay, and shocking, outrageous. So basically, these two words have like two different meanings. Right? And if someone says like, hey, I won the lottery, and you're saying, wow, that's fucking insane, good job, I think anyone with the common sense will realize that you mean the term shocking or outrageous, right? And if you, for some reason, would think that when I'm saying that's insane that you won the lottery, if you think that I'm saying that you're in a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction, then you're fucking crazy. Okay, then you're fucking crazy. Yeah, so welcome to the world. Like, some words have multiple meanings, and that's something you just have to accept and not be offended by a word that has two meanings that are kind of different from each other. And also, I love their example. Okay, so try using the word wild instead. Using the word wild would be offensive to humans who live in the fucking jungle and they're wild. So when I'm saying something is wild, I'm implying that they're So when I'm saying that something is wild, I'm implying that they live in the fucking jungle and that they have no concept of humanity and that they eat bugs or something. Does that make sense? I'm starting to think that I'm trying to like disapprove insults that are obviously stupid, and I'm trying to explain them in a way that a fucking idiot could understand. And I don't think it's worth my time, but okay, let's fucking continue. Stupid idiot. These words have historical connotations with implying a lack of intelligence, and they're often used as insults. Let's say it again. Intelligence. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so basically, this person is saying that a long time ago, the words stupid or idiot implied a lack of intelligence and were used as insults. Okay, well, the time is now. Like yeah, they're used as insults. What's the problem? Are you fucking stupid and you're just like scared of people calling you stupid? Like, yeah, I'm not being respectful anymore. This is just fucking. This is comedy. Okay, let's fucking continue. Trigger warning: classic racism. Oh boy, can't read. Implying someone is misunderstanding you because they can't read is racist. I'm just gonna repeat that one more time. Okay, just let it sink in. Implying someone is misunderstanding you because they can't read is racist. Okay, you got that? Classist. Okay, that's a new word. Googling that. Classism. Prejudices against people belonging to a particular social class. They might not be fluent in this language. They might not understand your vocabulary. They might be blind. And also, intelligence is not a basis for respect. Okay, let's break this down. Okay, so it's racist because they might not be fluent in your language. I'm gonna repeat it again. It's racist because they might not understand your language. Yeah, I'm fucking done. Like, what is this bullshit? What is the bullshit? They might be blind. Yes, if they're blind, then therefore they cannot read. Therefore, that makes sense. Like, that's what the word means. Can't read, they're blind. What the fuck? And also, intelligence is not a basis for respect. What the fuck is this? Like, holy shit. Before this video, I just like went through all the posts and thought that doesn't make sense. But like, now that I'm reading them and now that I'm thinking more about them, like, they make even less sense. Does this person not even think before tweeting? They can't read, but they might be blind. Wow, that's offensive to blind people. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I think you got my point. Okay, next, lame. This word is historically meaning having difficulty walking, but people now use it to imply something is boring or not fun. Say what you mean instead of using ableist language. Definition of the word lame. Unable to walk without difficulty as a result of injury or illness affecting the leg or foot. You're correct in the first sentence. The word historically meant something else, and now it means something else. And how is it offensive? Once again, how is it offensive? When I'm saying Twitter is lame, like, I'm not saying that Twitter is unable to walk without difficulty as a result of an injury or illness. I'm saying Twitter is uninspiring and dull. I think you got, like, how is it holy shit. Another extra thing for the people who didn't know, a long time ago when like computers weren't a thing, the term computer was used for a person who does calculations in their head. There were people who were acting as computers. If you use the word computer to describe a computer, then you're being offensive to people who were computers like 20 years ago. You're being offensive to like literally the whole math industry. At this point, I'm just gonna stop the video. This whole thread is repeating the same formula over and over again. For example, another insult, moron. Historically used to insinuate a lack of intelligence or a childlike level of intelligence. Yes, a long time ago it had a different meaning. So what about it? Like, yes, it had different meaning. Like, words change, it has different meanings, and that's how the world works. Robot is an insult. Like, the deeper you go, the less sense these things make. And even if some arguments are correct, so for example, where they mention OCD and bipolar, I'm not gonna go into it, but basically people are just saying, oh my god, I'm so quirky, I have OCD, when they probably don't have OCD, and they're just trivializing the issue of OCD. And same goes for bipolar. They're acting, oh my god, I'm so bipolar because I have mood swings, when they don't really have bipolar. And these two things I agree with, and there's probably more, but I'm generally not gonna bother going through this whole thread because I want to keep my sanity. But basically, even if these things are trivializing the issues, it has nothing to do with the definition of ableist. And yes, I can pronounce it correctly now. Ableism means discrimination, and when you're like proclaiming yourself as bipolar or OCD, you're not discriminating against disabled people. People just heard the term like ableism and heard that it had something to do with offending disabled people, and they just fucking went with it, and now they're acting like fucking justice warriors because they're trying to defend the disabled people. I mean, like, I can go on forever about how this shit doesn't make sense, and believe me, I would, but I want you to keep your sanity as well. So this is where the fucking video ends. Also, since this is the end of the video, I'm just like gonna talk about this one because it was so fucking stupid. The term Asperger's, and it's saying that the term Asperger's is offensive because it was the name of a Nazi who experimented on autistic children, and there was like some bad stuff happening. And saying that the proper term to use is autistic. I'm pretty sure Asperger's is a part of autism. Like, there's Asperger's autism and there's like different kinds of autism. So if you're using the term autistic instead of Asperger's, you're being correct, but you're not being accurate enough, and that simply doesn't make sense. It simply doesn't work like that. Instead of saying that I'm sitting on a chair, how about I say that I'm sitting on a bunch of molecules? Yes, I'll be correct, but it will be fucking stupid if I say it like that. Blind as an insult. Using a disability as a negative word against people is incredibly ableist. I mean, I don't think being blind is good. Are you saying that blind is good? Oh, and of course they're asking for money at the end. This is so cringe.